please go to the Secretary of State, the Georgia Secretary of State website, sos.ga.gov, I think it is, and you can check your status. And it is super important for everyone to check their status because when you do, it'll tell you if you're active, if you're inactive. There's really no inactive, they'll just put you off the voting rolls. But I need you all to check because what it's going to tell you as well is where your precinct is, where you can go vote on May 19th, which is a very different day than early voting. So you need to look and see because you can vote in different places on those 2 different days. So early vote, you can vote in different locations. And then on election day, you have your primary precinct. So that's important to note. The other thing is that vote early. I always say the primary day or election day is the last day to vote. Vote early because get it out of the way because you never know what's going to pop up. You never know you're going to be caught in a meeting. You're going to, your children's this, and especially in May, and it's intentionally done so in May because May is usually school closing, end of school year activities, graduations. And so it's all a distraction to take you away from voting. That's why early voting is most important.
And thank you for sharing that. And that's something that we've tried to stress here. It's like we want people to have the opportunity to be as engaged as possible, but please, you don't want any surprises. So please check your status. So
Check your
as we get
status,
ready to
please.
close out with our closing message, and I always like asking this, if people don't recall your professional background, your community background, the information regarding the role of the office, your platform, and your why behind running for office. Of the many life lessons that you have, and I'm sure that you have plenty, so I'm just going to ask you to go into your bag and pick one. What would be one that you are open and willing to share with people?
Hmm. I don't know. First of all, I don't know if you're referencing the fact that I'm old, but I'm gonna leave that alone. Because I was like, you were like, and we were in the back, I just want to point that out. I just need to point that out there. But I want to share this with everyone, right? And this is a life lesson that's appropriate for politics in general, whether it's my Fulton County Commission race or whatever. I People truly feel that they're apolitical, meaning that they don't involve themselves in politics. There's no interaction. And what I want to share with you all is that every day you live under a law that was created by a politician and you don't even recognize it, right? The simple act of driving your car and stopping at a red light, someone put that law in place for safety. So in you abiding by that law really means that you have now interacted with something political, right? And so politics is not something that should be done to you. And that's what a lot of people think when you're not being engaged. It's done to you. You want to be engaged in it, knowingly engaged. And yes, there's a ton of laws out there, there's a ton of policies out there, but just know that you engage every day and it is worth your engagement to make your life better for you, your family, your grandma, your aunties, and your sisters, and them. And that's important. And so I just want you all to deposit that in your system and think about it. Look at the way that you move every day. Look at the way that in some of our neighborhoods, we don't have grocery stores. There's a reason for that. If you're frustrated, where is your frustration leading you to, right? Instead of just accepting the status quo, we can be so much better. We actually have the tools that equip us to strive and thrive, but we don't want to because we feel we are inundated with so many things of life. However, I was going to say, but however, with those tools and access to the resources, we can thrive a whole lot stronger.
Well, I appreciate you sharing that closing note. And for the record, there has not been any commentary about anybody's age or what have you. Bag is just a reference to the tools in your toolbox, but I appreciate you infusing that humor.